What's up, guys? We have Mystery Mail Day number 73. We have done quite a lot of these. I started making mail days before, I was getting in mail and thought of mail days so far along my collecting journey. I wish I had thought about it sooner because it would have been a lot of fun to show you guys. As you guys can notice, there's a lot of random noise in the background. I always preface this for new subscribers or people that are new to my channel. I am a new dad. I have a 1-year-old. My wife is starting a dog rescue, so she's always got dogs here, and we have 3 dogs of our own. So there's barking, there's children running around, throwing things, wailing, what have you. And pretty much, yeah, that's that. So let's get into this mail day. All right, I'm gonna start with the singles first. Those will be the easiest to run through. Steven, I appreciate you. And if you have an invoice in this package, I'll be able to shout you. I'll be able to shout your actual store out. That's an issue because I feel like a lot of times I tell people, hey, if you want to throw anything extra in or get a proper shout out, please throw in. I need to start reminding people to throw in their invoices so that I can actually know their eBay store and hopefully show other people where they can get good deals. Shout those sellers out properly. So this was sandwiched between something called Ding Defend. I actually really like the fact, like, this is the first time I've ever seen this. So you're doing something different, Steven. At least I think that was the name. All right. Okay. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Centering is slightly off, but I told you guys that I was starting a position of Suicunes. This one's like triple decker sleeved. Nothing extra in here. But anyways, we've got our Suicune. I'm going to take it out of here because I'm going to put this in a... I'm going to put this... Oh, there we go. We got the clear sleeve. That's all I really want. Okay. I'm going to take this big sleeve out of here. Can give that to someone else down the road. These pull tab sleeves, I've just started seeing these. These are absolutely crucial. Absolutely crucial. You need these. Here's another beautiful Suicune. This is the second one. The second one that I've shown here on the channel. I think I ordered 5 total that I got either $30 or below $30. The centering on those is not perfect. Like, this one is very top thick, but that's okay. This card is mint condition. All the cards that I ended up bidding on were stated that they were mint. I wanted to make sure they weren't played in any kind of decks or anything like that. I'm looking over the card, and again, I want to show you guys the centering that you get for $30 or less. I think I maybe paid like $28 or something, maybe, for this card. I'm not sure. But this is the centering you get. It's very thin on the bottom and very thick up top. I'll show you guys the back of the card, and I'll also zoom that in so we can really get a focus on that. So there's the back, there's the front. Let's go ahead, and this is in another sleeve, which I don't like these tight sleeves. I actually prefer that it's not in a tight sleeve. That's why I use a lot of my own sleeves. I like that there's a little bit of space that the card can move around a bit. Oh, but you know what? I might as well, since I have the card raw, just show you guys how beautiful this card is. The Suicune, is, in my opinion, is the best card in Crown and Zenith. I know the gold cards are really rare. I know that the Mew is really beautiful, but the Mewtwo alt art. But honestly, this Galarian Gallery Suicune just tops everything, in my opinion. And I think the price is really good. Like, the fact that you can get these for 30 bucks, and I understand that right now you're probably not able to get these for $30 anymore, but I think they're kind of creeping up to the $40 range. Put this back in its top loader. I would put all these cards in magnetic card holders, but honestly, you can get them for so cheap that I'm just using top loaders. Okay, let's go next. Cody, I hope you put an invoice in here. I do hope you put an invoice in here. I can reuse. What's great about all this packaging is you really can recycle all this stuff. Everything that you use for packaging, that you get for packaging, honestly, a lot of it can be reused fairly easy. Okay, so this one was in a little bubble pack. So I love learning, like, if you're buying from people, if you're buying singles, you're also learning how people are shipping this stuff, and that's very interesting to me. Whatnot, Sea Puddles, IG, Rage Lake Breaks. So I'll put that on there for you guys. Okay, and let's get into this. I'm a little bit, okay, you just have to open this flap. I'm sorry. I'm a little bit challenged over here. All right. All right, we got another Suicune. I don't know if there's going to be another card. Okay, nothing else in there. That's all good. This seems to, oh, this top loader actually had like a piece of plastic on it. I was like, what is that? So we have another Suicune here. Let's get it to focus in on that, and then I'll show you guys the card raw. I'm telling you, this is just such a beautiful card. And I know I'm just waiting for a comment from Derek. I'm waiting for a comment that's like, wow, so we're going from theme decks to Suicunes now. It's just that everything, all the mail days are going to be Suicunes. Well, Crown Zenith was just so fresh, and you can get that card for such a good deal. I know it's blurry right now, my bad. Crown Zenith is so fresh, and you can get the card for a good deal. So I just feel like right now, my mail days may highlight some cards I'm trying to build better positions in. And I just think that this is going to be one of the big cards down the road. The blues and the purples, all the colors that make this card so beautiful. This one, the back is centered really well. Looking at the front is centered really well too. This one is actually great. And I think I maybe paid like $27, maybe $25, something like that. Hold on, let's zoom in on this guy. Sorry about that, guys. Bear with me. So it's got a little bit of a skinny bottom, but these sides are exactly the same. And then the top is not too much thicker. I really think this is a good 10 contender. And the 10s, I just saw a 10 go over auction, I think for $150. So think about it. If you can get this card for $30, see, Yorios is barking right now because he thinks that that's an outrageous return. If you can get this card for under $30, or even $40, just 40 or under 40, I still feel the same way about this card, under 40. I'm slowing down on buying them because I did just buy the Charizard first edition back here, so I've been trying to slow down, but these are just such good value right now. And I know I could be completing the set and like ordering other Galarian Gallery cards, but honestly, it's just the legendary dogs for me. I just think that they're very collector worthy. I think you could just, like, even Entei and Raikou, I think you could stock up on Entei and Raikou. They all look really, really good. It's just such a beautiful artwork. I mean, you're really going to have to convince me otherwise. I just love this thing. And this one is definitely a good grade contender, so I probably will put this one in a magnetic card holder because it is sure to receive a good grade. Okay, guys, quiet. Okay, we get that shimmied in there. Put the stuff back here. We've got our two Suicunes right now. They're looking shiny. Like, it's just a dope card to have multiples of. Now, granted, if you have, I know somebody that's doing this, but they're doing this with all the alt arts. I know several people, actually. And if you have a local card shop and they have a lot of these Galarian Galleries or alt arts, you're probably going to get a better deal going in there, and then you're not dealing with paying for shipping or waiting. So if you have that option, I would honestly clean your local game stores out. If they have deals on these artworks for, you know, 20, 30 bucks, and they have them in abundance, I would definitely take a chance on that, because I do think that these cards are going to go up astronomically in value. Crown Zenith specifically, not even as much Evolving Skies, which Evolving Skies has already shown, and it's proven that it's, you know, it's making gains and it's making progress continuously. But Crown Zenith, you know, I really think this one, people are gonna look back and be like, oh, it was the last set, it was a no-brainer. But I really feel like this set is a no-brainer. I did not feel that way before it came out, but seeing the Suicune artwork, I'm completely sold. Okay, we've got one more, and then we're going to the boxes. Sara, thank you, Sara. Oh, we've got multiple goodies in this one. Thank you. Okay, so first off, we've got multiple goodies in this one, so I'll talk about that. And then second off, I want to highlight this. Okay, I can't read what it says, but I'm about to. Thank you for your purchase. Best of luck to you and your YouTube channel. We hope you enjoy your package. Is that Man and Sara? Ryan and Sara. Wow, I'm on one today. Ryan and Sara. Thank you, Ryan and Sara, for the really, really nice note. I probably will actually keep this, because every little thing that people do that's a nice thing that they go out of their way to do is a nice extra thing, and that's what makes sellers so great. And good sellers typically get to a point where they have so many sales, they don't do that. They don't have time to do it, honestly. But going the extra mile really makes a big difference. So, first off, wow. Guys, first off, we have a Brilliant Stars booster pack. We've got a Brilliant Stars booster pack. Yeah, whoa. Okay. Let's go ahead and screw it. Let's open up a Brilliant Stars booster pack. Let's go for it. Doing a pack opening. Okay. That was kind of a big deal. Like, packs are not cheap. Easily $3, $4. And it has a black border, so it has a hit. Bro, get out of here. Get out of here right now. Get out of here. I'm getting shaky. All right. Okay, we've got a Psychic Energy. All right. We've got a Vibrava Trainer. Monferno, I'm still getting used to Chimchar and these other starters. Purloin, okay. Milcery, okay. We got Shinx. We got, come on, zoom that in. We got Sock. Oh man, this brings back bad memories of pulling a ton of Brilliant Stars and not getting anything. We got Cherubi. Our reverse, we got a Magma Basin, and let's see what it is. Boom! And we got ourselves a Dracovish V. I'll take it. I do not have the Dracovish V. I don't believe I have the Dracovish V. I'll take it. We've got some extra sleeves over here, so I'll just use that. And there we go. We got our hit there. So right off the bat, didn't need to do that for me. This goes back to what I was saying about good sellers going a little bit out of their way. They definitely did not need to do that for me. And we got a hit, which just translates to savings, more money. We've got our card right here, I do believe. And then I got, this could be a PSA 10. Ryan J. Smith, Staff Sergeant, United States Army. Thank you, Ryan. This could be a PSA 10. You're absolutely right. Thank you for your service. That's really awesome for you to do that for your country, and I definitely want to commend you for that. So thank you. And then there's more, which honestly is just ridiculous and not necessary. I think this was one of those instances where you have not only a seller who's like, okay, this is going to be on YouTube, but also a seller that's just a giver. And this is huge because a lot of this stuff is going to be re-gifted through the people that buy stuff from me. In terms of like getting like bulk gifting, in terms of the stuff y'all mail me, like gifts like that, cards, and these mail days, I'll probably keep all of these, but let's go over these. I actually really wanted this Altaria. This is one of the Galarian Gallery Altarias. Just got a freebie on that. That's fantastic. Let's go ahead and sleeve this guy. Oh, that's going to be the tight sleeve. All right, but I'm going to show you this card raw because it is beautiful. We got an Altaria, and we haven't even been opening Crown Zenith. There you go. So we got the Altaria right there. It's sitting on the bed. I really like this card. I thought this was really, really cool when it was first, debuting through the Japanese sets. I really, really like that. So thank you so much, Ryan. Was it Ryan and Sara? Ryan and Sara. Thank you so much, guys. Let's see. We got another Altaria, which I really, really like that. We got two Altarias, and this one is from either Hidden Fates, Shining Legends. It's definitely shiny. And I'm going to show this to you guys. Oh, that's, again, a tight card sleeve. Actually, I gotta show this to you guys, actually just the holo first. Look how fantastic that is. And I got nothing against Altaria. I think Altaria is sick. This is a beautiful artwork. To receive these as an extra gift beyond the purchase of the card, they really went out of their way here. And guys, if you are subscribed, Ryan and Sara, if you are subscribed, be sure to comment a link of your eBay store. I would certainly link it in there, but I don't have the link to your eBay store right now, and there's no invoice here. But feel free, if you do support and watch the channel, to leave the eBay store in the links in the comments below. I'm sure people will find that very useful, and I will copy it and I will put it in the bio as well. So that's very nice gift there. We got multiple holos. We got the Dracofish V, the Altaria from like a Shining set, and the Altaria from Crown Zenith Galarian Gallery. That's at least a $2-3 card probably. This is pretty nuts, guys. On top of that, we got the Crown Zenith EVV. This is really nice, guys. They're just going above and beyond, back to back to back. Back to back to back. Look at this. There's a rainbow behind there. This looks phenomenal. This looks phenomenal. I love this Eevee. Really great. Thank you so much, guys. Okay, and then on top of that, they have one of my favorite holos from Evolving Skies that's just a regular holo. I don't know how y'all knew. I love this. I absolutely love this artwork. I have a couple of these already. This Entei is a fantastic artwork. It really is a fantastic artwork. It looks really good. Right now, I think we're so used to this type of holo pattern, but in a couple of years, this holo pattern is going to look really, really good. And this card just looks absolutely phenomenal. He's in battle stance mode. I really, really like this Entei. Thank you so much, guys. This is literally your package with just, well, we don't even know what this is, but I'm pretty sure it's a Suicune, because I've been going crazy with my Suicune purchases lately. Okay. And granted, I could have just spent that money on the Crown Zenith ETBs. In some ways, I'm like, why didn't I just buy the Crown Zenith ETBs? And in other ways, I still feel like I'm being conservative, and I'm taking the approach that's like, you don't know what you're gonna get in that ETB. You might get stuff you already have. You might get duplicates. So far in my Crown Zenith pulls, like, I only opened one box, so I could have done more. But the thing is, those boxes are $50. Some people have said they're able to get them for $40 at Walmart, but they were $50, and on Pokemon Center, on Pokemon.com, it was $65 for the plus ETBs. So really, when you're looking at the main card that you want from a set, like the Suicune is like my chase card. It's my chase card. So when I look at that being half the cost of the box, I'm going to go for it. That's like if Umbreon and Rayquaza were, you know, $150 each, which I think the Rayquaza, you might be able to get those for 150, but definitely not the Umbreon. The Moonbreon. Okay. Hey guys, let me just say this was packaged with so much care, like a ridiculous amount of care. You can tell that they really care about what they do, and they put love into what they do. Okay, let's take this tape off. Beautiful. All right, now we're gonna check the centering on this guy. You guessed it. We have another Suicune. I'm on my Suicune grind. I love Suicune. And the centering is really, really even on this card. The centering is really even on this card. I'm going to take it out so you guys can see the raw card. Okay. He's going to damage the card. All right, I'm going to hold the bottom with the plastic still on it. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Let's zoom in on that again. Again, guys, look at this artwork. You seriously think this card is going to be a $40 card, a $30 card for long? This is the best card that's in Crown Zenith. This is the best card that's in Crown Zenith. No, it's not the rarest card in Crown Zenith, but this is the best card in Crown Zenith. In my humble opinion, I'm gonna continuously just keep buying these. I absolutely love the Suicune. I don't care if they reprint the set. I'll be buying more Crown Zenith too, but the Suicune is absolutely gorgeous. Let's refocus that in. Put this in the top loader. Came in. So now we've got total 4 Suicunes that have come here successfully. This is the nice thing about ordering cards as they come out. You can get the best conditions. Every single one of them is mint. Every single one of them is fresh. This one looks like it has... I don't know, they all look mint. Might have something in them or like in the casing. I'm taking this one out real quick just to see. Yeah, it's just like dust or something in the top loader. But yeah, these are minty fresh. Can't wait to put those up there with my other Suicune. And then eventually, if I were going to grade cards, I would want to pick specific cards that I have duplicates of that I'm going to grade and see how they do. And then I have kind of a stack of cards that I really want to grade. That's how I'm probably going to go about it. And that should be everything. Again, the seller of this, Ryan J. Smith, was a staff sergeant. So thank you for your service. And I had an amazing time with this mail. Thank you guys so much. If you are subscribed and a part of the channel, make sure to comment your eBay store link. And I can totally put that in the bio for you. Appreciate you guys. All right, moving on. We've got a box right here from my boy Steven. Let's see what we got, Steven. Now, this is a box, but I have a feeling that this is the card and some extras, because you don't need to send the card in this box. But then again, it is a YouTube. You know, we're scrutinizing how these people are packaging stuff up on YouTube, so it's fair to say this thing has plenty of protection. Like, to me, this is just such value for a $30, $40 card, which I do believe it's another Suicune, because I bought 5 total, and there's 3 here now. I believe this is the 4th one, and then we get to our other mail. I apologize, guys, but again, this is a part of the channel. You guys want to see how I collect? Callie! Hush! You guys want to see how I collect? This is how I collect when I see a set like this with cards that look this good. I just pretty much jump on it, and I grab whatever I can as soon as possible. I know the prices could dip down a little bit, but right now, we know for sure. Put all this stuff over there. Right now, we know for sure that these cards are in the best condition they're ever going to be in. Now is the time. We've got our soft top loader. Highly recommend all sellers to just use the rigid top loaders. I know people have different opinions on that. I am a firm believer the rigid is the way to go. Let's go ahead and show this card. This card has phenomenal centering. I'm a little nervous about the back because, you know, backs where they might have, you know, they might cut the card improperly or something like that. there's a little bit of whitening on the back, but it's not at the top. It looks like a factory error of some sort. I don't even care. But I think the card would be a strong 9 regardless. And still, again, all these were purchased at $30 or less. Really strong card, really beautiful, great artwork. And let's move on. Put this back in a sleeve, put this in a rigid top loader. Okay, all right. Appreciate you guys for bearing with me, but this is how I do. I bought several Suicunes this week. That's how I'm rolling. All right, let's... Okay, this box is heavy, so I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna save that for the end. Let's go ahead and open this one. Mike, let's go ahead and open this up. Again, if there is invoices in here, I'll be able to shout out your eBay store and show everybody what the store name is so they can look into it. If not, I just hope you're subscribed to the channel so that you can leave your information or your store link and other people can support your store. Definitely want to give people the exposure, especially because I offered it. It's something that I'm going to do regardless what people send me. Okay. But honestly, you know, I was getting so much stuff ordered the past couple years that, like, I wish I would have thought of a mail day sooner. There would have been so much content to make out of that. Okay, I've been waiting for this for a while. You guessed it, Derek. It's a theme deck. Now, this is a very special theme deck. Now, I saw one of these a year ago sell for like $50. And the deck, and it was very similar to this one. So we've got a Deoxys theme deck. This is one of the most coveted theme decks, in my opinion. EX Deoxys booster box is like a $70,000 booster box. You've got the Gold Star Rayquaza in there, and it's just phenomenal. If we look at the side here, that artwork just continues around the entire box, which is really interesting. And then around the back here, you've got the artwork for Deoxys. I really like, I'm going to zoom in on the box. I really like the artwork for the Deoxys on the box. And then it comes with this holo. So in the EX series era, we still have the holos in the theme decks. And I love that about these theme decks. Pokemon Co. took over for Wizards of the Coast from 2003 up to 2007 and onward to today. But one of the first things they did that I noticed about the theme decks is they brought back these holos. So let's go ahead and open it up. Now, the last time I saw one of these in this with a sealed deck inside. Now, the box, look at the box. The box is not sealed by any means, but the theme deck inside is sealed. Now, I found last year it was kind of a beat up box, but the cards were sealed and it was sold for like $50. And I remember lowballing the guy and asking for like 40 or like 35, and I'm so, like, I really wish I would have just jumped on that $50 deck and bought it because it had the original box. Now this one was put up for like 180, which honestly I felt like was fair because rationally speaking, these new are like 250, 300, maybe 400 or 500. I know there's no examples on eBay currently, but this one did have a nicer box. So originally they weren't working with me. They didn't want to work with my offers, and they weren't like rude about it. They were respectful about it. And then as we went forward, the listing kept going up and kept going up, and people weren't biting on it. I don't know why people weren't biting on this deck. This deck is absolutely phenomenal. And then the listing got put to 120, and I feel that the reason they didn't get bites and it wasn't competitive is because there was a starting bid. And when you have a starting bid that's higher, that's already a high price, it alienates a lot of people from trying to get the deal. You know, the art of the deal and the chase. So I think in this one's case, if he would have just started the bid at 0, it would have probably got more than 100. But he took an offer from me for $100, and let's get into it. I'm super happy to have this Star Charge. This is the Star Charge theme deck. Oh, wow. And it just gets so much better. This is worth way more than $100. It's got the original seal on here. It looks so much better in person. It's got the original seal on here. Man, this just looks phenomenal. This looks phenomenal. And the centering on the Deoxys is perfect. I think the Deoxys would honestly just score like a 10. Yeah, the Deoxys looks phenomenal. Guys, so I'm going to try and show you the hollow pattern, but I feel like y'all aren't going to see it. Oh, the other thing is we're going to focus this in. So we're going to try and get that hollow pattern to pop off. I really wish I could show you guys how nice it is. Man, the hollow on this is so nice. It's got a Cosmo hollow pattern that just really, I think you can slightly see it, but I don't know. It's got a Cosmo hollow pattern that just really, really pops off. And I just really wanted to show it to you guys. But you guys can see the centering on this Deoxys and this theme deck is really, really good. Now, I have one that's open, but it's just different to have one that's sealed. And honestly, other than the cellophane wrap on the actual deck box, in my opinion, this is a $250 deck. It might take a couple years for it to actually realize that kind of value, but in my opinion, I would not sell this deck for anything less than $250. And I even told that to the seller. I told the seller that, hey, I totally understand if you want to wait to see if you can get offers. They needed the money for something else, but, you know, I told them I would hold out too. So you're not wrong for wanting to get the price that you want to get for this. It comes complete with everything in the sealed package. That's a huge deal. And the cards are fairly well protected in there too. So again, I think it's definitely due for like a PSA 10 grade in terms of the hollow in here. Even though that hollow is not worth all that much, I think in like an 8 and a 9, it might be like 100 or maybe like 80, 90, something like that. Maybe in a 10 it could get 200, but again, it wouldn't really be worth it to open the sealed product anyways. But moving on, we have a very heavy box. We got this from Matthew. Matthew, again, I hope you guys put an invoice, because without the invoice, I can't actually show the eBay store that I shopped with. I could just put those in a link beforehand, but again, I don't know what I'm getting. I don't know if I'm getting a good product or how it's going to be shipped. All this stuff is important before just shouting someone out or putting a link in the description. All right, so I'm getting this open. Okay, let's get this side open. This thing is really well protected. Let's put it that way. Okay. This one. I'm just ripping this thing apart at this point. Okay. Whew. This is definitely a contender. Okay. All right, so we got more theme decks. Again, if you guys are new to the channel, many of you have been here for a while. I'm a big theme deck collector. I really pride myself in all the theme decks that I have. We got a bunch of wrap in here for protecting. It looks like toilet paper. Okay, no invoice in there. Okay. Anyways, moving forward, I told the sellers, you know, I was paying top dollar for these. I really expect them to be clean. I won these in an auction for $370, and everything looks clean. Everything looks good. Everything looks sealed up properly. Yeah, so, okay. These are kind of a big deal, right? First off, they go into this display case right here. These are the decks that would come in that display case down there in the corner. Not only that, when I was a kid, I remember walking into the store and picking out each of these. So this one has the non-hollow Arbok. That's what they show in there. But what you actually get in the theme deck is a, I believe you get a Dark Dragonite. I do believe you get a Dark Dragonite, including a specialty selected holographic card. Dark Tyranno. Okay, so the Jessie actually has the Team Rocket Returns, which is a very low print or semi-low print set. This has the Dark Tyranitar, which Dark Tyranitar in a PSA 10 I think goes for around maybe 150, something like that, maybe 200. I doubt it, but it has a really nice card in this deck. So this is a really desirable deck just because and I love Tyranitar, especially if you love, well, let me refocus that. Especially if you love Tyranitar, it's a fantastic deck choice. And then this one has Dark Dragonite. It also has the Weezing, the James theme deck has the Dark Dragonite, which I already have the Dark Dragonite, and I have the reverse Dark Dragonite, which the reverse Dark Dragonite actually fetches a lot. I randomly got that out of a collection once, and I was like just stoked when I saw how much those reverse Dark Dragonites were going for. But yeah, it's got the regular Team Rocket Returns Dragonite in here. Would probably get something like a PSA 9 or a PSA 10. But just the artwork, you can see his arm going across the whole box, the lightning on the side. It's really fantastic. And you see these going for usually 400 in a set. I waited a long time to see if a set would pop up that I could bid on. I'm pretty happy with 360. It wasn't saving much, but at least I got 10% off from the original price that I wanted to pay. And they're super clean, so I'm super happy with the condition overall. It doesn't look, yeah, the seals, everything looks good, and it's good to look over all that stuff. The only thing that annoys me, and this is not anything bad, this is just the way these came from the factory. The only thing that annoys me is, let's zoom in on this. If you guys see this little flap right here, it looks like it's torn plastic, but it's not. There's a little flap right here. You guys should be able to see that little flap right there. There's a little flap which allows you to tear it and open up the theme deck super easy. Those flaps came off a lot and ended up kind of causing some tearing in the theme decks and the EX series era. So a lot of times you'll see those kind of partially torn off, and it makes it look like there's a hole in the seal. That being said, that's also made me a little bit less sensitive to the seals being perfect on theme decks, because these commonly, the EX series theme decks commonly have the holes where the pull tab is. So, you know, I ordered a Lieutenant Surge deck recently that I'm probably going to put up for sale on my Mercari, but it has a tiny little hole of damage in the corner, but the front of it is sealed perfectly. It looks good. And I won that for $155, and I thought, you know, I would have liked to win this perfectly sealed for $155, but honestly, I know they go for like $300, $350 perfectly sealed. So I'm going to probably try and get like $250 on that theme deck. After taxes and shipping, I was like $180 out of the door. So I'm hoping to at least get $250 on that. I'll probably make like $30 or $40 on that theme deck. But anyways, yeah, we got some really great theme decks here. We got the Deoxys. We got the Rocket Returns, which I can now put in my Rocket Returns display. So that is complete. And also, Ryan and Sara, you guys kind of are the winners for the best packaging, best gifts, and just surprises and mail. Honestly, some of the best stuff that I've seen in the past couple weeks. I haven't gotten anything like this for a while. So let's recap over that. I'm going to refocus this in. We've got the Entei from Evolving Skies. It looks fantastic. And Evolving Skies is a rising value set. We've got the EVV with the rainbow in the background from Crown. We've got the Altaria from Crown Zenith as well. That Galarian Gallery. We got this shiny Altaria, which just looks phenomenal. It's like a golden goose kind of. And then we got this Arctovish or Dracovish V. And that was from the included free Brilliant Stars pack. That was super nice of them. So we got a lot of extra stuff here, and that's always fun. And maybe one or two of those we can send down to the next collector through my own sales. So anyways, guys, thank you so much. It's been a fantastic mail day. Thank you, Ryan and Sara. Again, you don't see, I want to highlight this because you just don't see this stuff. And this didn't take that long to just write a little message, but you really don't see this stuff these days. Super nice. So thank you guys again. Remember, if you sold me something and you want that shout out, you want to be in the bio, just comment a link. If you're actually subscribed to the channel and supporting the channel, just comment a link to the eBay store and I'll put it in the bio. Anyways, guys, thanks. Peace out.